Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday, April 10th. 2025. CPI day. Inflation report was very good, a lot lighter than expected, but markets coming down. A bit of a sell-off from big up day yesterday. Dow down 636, NASDAQ futures down 485, S&P futures down 112. So to see if it continues down here. VIX is 35.75. As always, make sure you position size appropriately. Imagine we'll still have some big swings even after the news yesterday. Morning, Moel. Morning, Adrian. Bob and Baidu green. That's about it. There is the bell. Apple was up huge yesterday. I think I read somewhere where Apple had its biggest one-day move in its history. Down 4.5% today. Morning, Ken. Morning, JG. few stocks pushing up, some stocks coming down. Coinbase, weak. Thought maybe with the light inflation report on top of yesterday's big move, I thought we might see some more up move today. Which we still could, I guess. In terms of news, other than CPI, we got Fed Governor Michelle Bowman testifies to Senate. We got some speakers. I don't imagine they would move the markets much, given, I mean, to be honest with you, the CPI number didn't even really move the markets. So everything's tariffs. Getting our second bar here. Meta falling. S&P down 123, NASDAQ down 491, Dow down over 700. Goog trying to get stronger. Costco's in the green now. Oh, S&P is really struggling. S&P coming down through lows now. So apparently CPI hasn't really affected this market at all. Seems like it just kind of shrugged it off and is falling after yesterday's because it was a really good inflation report. So we'll see if it turns around or not. I did see something this morning too that the budget vote, they feel like they have enough votes to pass the budget, which again is more good news. So I'm guessing the market being down is just probably due to a little bit of a pullback after a record day. Apple getting stronger. Not seeing any big volume bars. Of course, most of what I've traded when it comes to day trading lately has just been all price action. Meta staying weak, down about 3%. Amazon bounced off yesterday's low. Wants to stay above that. MU falling. Down 844. When will we get just some normal price movement? Apple strong. I'm going to look at getting long Apple here. Today we use the 1 DTE. Popped up before I could get to it. I was looking at the 195 calls, but I'll see if it comes back down. Amazon coming down. S&P down through lows of day now. So big reversals on some of these. Let's see, Apple. Let's see if I can get filled at 340. Filled at 330. So line in the sand would probably be about right here where it bounced. I would close half my Apple at 365. Amazon pushed through right there yesterday, so that's not good for that. I thought it might stay above that. What do you see there up in the top left corner there, Chuck? Did I share the wrong screen? Oh, looks like I did. I shared the wrong screen. There we go. I had one of my other screens. Looked like I had one of my other screens shared. Yeah, I have three screens that they all look the same, except for obviously the stock. So anyway, my line was right about the 191 level here. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I usually share the main ones. Like these are a lot of my main top traders. A little bit of a bounce here. Again, I have an order at 365 to close half my Apple. Filled at 385. Nice push up in Apple. Looks like the S&P pushed up just about to where it opened. Close another Apple at 420. Filled 420. MU staying weak. Might get short MU if it pops up a little bit. Might see what these next couple bars do. We gonna bounce here or what? S&P's above where it opened. VIX at 35.99, 36.10. Just kind of want to get long Amazon too. I thought about it when it came down here, but it pushed down a little too low for me. Yeah, MU threatening to come down through lows. I think I'm going to get long Amazon here on this little pullback. You wanted to stay above here, yesterday's low. If it pushes through it, I would just bounce. On the 187.5 calls. Filled at 223. I would close half of my Amazon at 245. Pretty choppy out of the gates here, first 25 minutes. Nice green bar up in S&P, now right back down. I'd like to see Apple bounce here as well. I mean, my overall bias is obviously long here, as I'm long two stocks. The good news yesterday and the good inflation report, but no breakouts really to the upside yet. Apple coming down. Didn't want to see that. Need to hold for me. Apple coming down to about where I entered. Right about where I entered. Yeah, MU staying weak, coming down. Never really gave me an entry to get short. Amazon's still holding. That's why I'm long. That's good, Leo. I like a good centered calls and puts. I do have a doctor appointment at 10 a.m. 10:10 Central today. I'll be out a little bit this morning right after the live stream. Got my skin cancer screening appointment. So just something I do every couple of years. So I get to go get in front of a doctor in my underwear. It's a very important thing to have done, though. Yeah, very, very, very important thing to do. It's a very simple thing to do. All right, so Amazon coming down. I don't want it to go down any further than here. And same thing with Apple, really. But see, Apple's kind of holding. Big drop in NVIDIA. I don't. I mean, I don't know what age you should do it. You should do it at any age, really. I've been doing it pretty much since I don't know, been in my late 30s. I have a guy that I knew was 38 and got skin cancer and passing away. What do you think, Chad, if you weren't going to the doctor? What do I think about what, Landon? Holding downside runners. I'm I'm not in a downside runner. I'm long Apple and Amazon. All right, so Amazon coming down. If it breaks lows of day, I'll cut it. All right, gotta cut it. Let's see, Apple. Closing my Apple 2, filled at 305 in Apple, and filled at $1.82 in Amazon. So S&P down through lows of day, big spike up in the VIX. Wonder if Steve is still holding his Amazon and SPY calls that he had from yesterday. Or MES futures, yes. Tesla, yeah, technically, I like to see more volume pop. Like there's not really good separation here, just barely, but technically, yes. A lot of just flat volume today. And Amazon popped right back up. Wouldn't you know it? Yeah, sometimes I think something I can do better is just let the bar finish. You know, if it, like in my case here, I was cutting it if it pushed down through lows. But, one thing I can do is let it finish and see if it finishes below the lows. And if it finishes below the lows, then perhaps I bail on it. Probably something I could do better. Obviously, that had a pretty good reaction right out of the gates. And see like Apple here. It's coming right down to my exit as well. And it looks like it's going to finish down here, whereas Amazon popped up. Yeah, Amazon popped right back up. Darn it. Nice little bounce back in several of these stocks here. MU with a couple green bars now. Same thing with Nvidia, Tesla. You can always re-enter on Amazon. But I don't know. I gotta see some sign of a bounce. S&P got whack-a-mole right back down. Meta coming down to the lows of day. Everything that bounced just got pushed right back down. Looks like we're heading down again. Only one green bar in the S&P futures today. Dow down 964 now. Yeesh. NASDAQ down 628. Doesn't look like there's going to be a bounce. Amazon again holding. I think I'm going to re-enter on Amazon down here on the 185 calls. was trying to get filled at 305. And it didn't work. Darn it. I'll leave it. I'm going to cancel my Amazon. So not currently in anything. S&P down about 60 points from the open. So VIX coming up to highs of day. Looking pretty choppy. All right, Apple coming down. S&P threatening lows of day. Dow is down over 1,000 now. VIX going up. All right, Amazon's still holding. I'm gonna jump in here on the 185 calls. Filled at 305. I close half at 335. Let's go. Let's get a little bounce here. Let's get some strength back. I'm in the 195, 185 calls in Amazon. Let's go. Inflation was light. Let's rally. Push up through highs of day, Amazon. Not really seeing anything wanting to get strong, though. That's the thing. Only thing I'm playing on Amazon here is it's just kind of been holding and hasn't been flushing like some of these others. So if we do get a bounce, I figure it will be one that will bounce and get up to at least highs of day or where it opened. Nvidia perking up a bit. Yeah, just not. It's really struggling. I got a feeling we're gonna get a bounce at some point. I just don't know when. S&P's kind of just trending downward. Like to see consecutive green bars here. I saw somewhere, I saw an interview with Adam Schiff. Said he's going to investigate insider trading after Trump's tweet yesterday, telling people to buy calls or something like that. I'm like, wait a second. What about Nancy Pelosi in your own party? All those congressmen have been so ahead of the market for so long. Mind-boggling. Heyo, filled at 335 to close half my Amazon. Yeah, that 180K salary, man, it had some good interest in it, didn't it? Everybody's been saying, as soon as we get some good news from tariffs, we'd see a huge bounce. Goog staying weak. Chip stocks, MU, Nvidia trying to get a little bounce. Amazon's been like in the same pattern here for about 30 minutes. Not many big volume bars. Not many mighty 90s. No, Amazon coming back down. Darn it. Amazon's just in a chop pattern. Once again, probably the stock's just waiting for some news, like Steve said. What's amazing to me is like not seeing that, CPI usually has a lot more effect. I guess markets did bounce a little bit, but they retreated pretty quick. PPI tomorrow. CPI and PPI days the last several months for my TLC trades have been really good. Of course, today obviously, it's different because those days there was no tariff talk, but all the movement was pre-market and then had a nice choppy day. Yeah, so MU and Nvidia trying to come to life. And Amazon just can't break out of this little bubble it's in. Come on, break the bubble. Break it. I got my next profit target at 365. I don't have much longer to be on because I got to get to that skin cancer screening appointment. Probably need to leave here in about 20 minutes. Boeing pushing up, AMD, MU, chip stocks getting stronger. Amazon is not pushing with them. Come on. Skin cancer. I'm probably 2 years overdue from getting it. You schedule those things, it's like you call to schedule it and it's like a 4-month wait anyway. Like it's ridiculous. All right, so this is probably the biggest bar in SPX of the day, green bar. Nice push up in coin, NVIDIA, MU. Come on, Amazon, keep going. Okay, it's on the cusp of breaking out. Amazon is. Can she do it? Or will she get whack-a-mole? Yeah, I had, like I mentioned a little bit ago, I had a feeling there's going to be a bounce at some point. I believe that's pre-market lows, MRP. I'm not sure who that is, but I think somebody keeps up to date with abbreviations. Yeah, get on that, Ken. Okay. Okay, Amazon, let's go. Again, 365 is my next profit target. Hey-o, filled 365. Now, don't get whack-a-mole down. Ah, jeez. So S&P could not get 2 consecutive green bars. Chip stocks, though, MU, still recovering, still going up. Glad I didn't short it. Tesla, still struggling. Ah, Amazon right back down. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just close my Amazon. I probably would hold it, I didn't have to leave here, but my appointment starts in 40 minutes. Oh yeah, Chuck. You gotta finesse the stocks with your voice. Filled at 325 to close my Amazon. So got a little bit back there. Again, I would probably hold it if I didn't have to go get naked in front of some female skin cancer doctor. All right, everyone. You guys have a great day. I'll see you during Power Hour. Peace.